So we're back with another one. I hope you all been staying safe and staying free and having a good start to the week and enjoying that content with this beautiful weather we've been having. Now, this one that I'm bringing to you all today is all about self-fighting whilst inside a prison. So let's get into it. So I'm sure a lot of you would have seen fights on the wing inside of the prison, but that's not where the most dangerous and serious of fights take place. As when a fight takes place on the wing, by the time when the screws find out, you've only got a couple of minutes that you've been fighting and it's broke up. But I'm not saying that dangerous shit still doesn't happen on the wing and can't take place, but fighting inside of the cell is more dangerous, and we're gonna get into the reasons why. Now, first up on the list, when you go into that cell, it's just you and that other person fighting one-on-one in that small confined space, and before the fight takes place, the cell door will be locked from the inside. And the reason for this is because whoever gets beat up inside of the cell and doesn't have the upper hand cannot have the option to call out to their associates or any buddies to come and save them or the screws. Now, number two, fighting inside of the cell, is where smart ones fight. And I had learnt this in the prison that I was in when this YOI little boy had come, and tried to test me a few times, and I let it slide, but on this third time I weren't letting it slide, and I was gonna smoke him on the wing. And the big man said, no, don't smoke him on the wing like that, cause there's repercussions. So he said, boss, open his cell door. I opened his cell door, it was dusty, and I said, come, let's go in there and fight. He went down, so I opened my cell. I said, yo, it's cleaner, and he still wasn't down, but he was down for me to smoke him on the wing. You have to watch people like this, as you can catch charges fighting on the wing. Now, number three, when it comes to fighting inside of the cell, there's no one that can come and save you whatsoever. No friends, no associates, and not even the screws. Because listen to this, if you're fighting on the third, landing or right at the back of the very far of the wing in a cell, and the cell door's locked, by the time when the screws find out, which could be 5 to 10 minutes, maybe longer than that, and when they get there and find the cell door locked, they have to unlock it then to find you, and by then the damage could be done and it's too late. It might be life threatening. Now, number four, when it comes to fighting inside of a cell, there's no rules whatsoever. And I had learnt this when I was in my category A prison, and my cellie, that was a Muslim Aki, had got into an altercation on the wing with this guy that I was cool with called Bert. He was 6'3", 4". He was like a bear. He was a big white guy. And they had words to say, fuck it, we're taking it into the cell to get shit cracking. Now, they went into the cell and got, the shit cracking. Everyone standing outside, chilling, hearing all of the thumps, the smacks, the bone hits, everything. And as much as everyone wants to act like an animal and let their inner animal out, you can't. As if you start acting like kids and letting them, the screws see that you're acting like a child on this dumb shit, they will know something's going on and they're gonna come down and then clock what's going on. And it's like snitching, so therefore you just have to sit and let things go. Now, when they were fighting, after when Bert and Marcelli had come out, we had learnt that Bert had broke off two parts of the toilet seat, which was like a boomerang thing of, it was like either side for your arse cheek that was screwed down to the toilet, and he had broke a bit off and took it into the cell, and beat Marcelli up with, the wooden bit. So there's no rules whatsoever to when it comes to fighting inside of the cell. And if you have a knife or the man that you're going to fight has a knife and you don't, vice versa, it is a case to where when you're fighting inside of the cell, you're fighting for your life, as your life depends on it. As like I said, it could be a situation to where it could be life or death. To on the wing, like I said, you're fighting for a couple of minutes and then the screws are there to stop it. Now, when I was inside the prison, I had noticed that when certain screws are on that aren't jobs worth, they don't give a fuck and let the fight slide and whatever happens. But then when you get the job's worths, even if you don't snitch and or the other person you beat up don't snitch, the screws can still press charges, which I had learned as my time was inside a prison. When, you know, you start doing shit where people say, yeah, even if a man doesn't do a statement, they could look at the CCTV on the wing and find out, yeah, these two men had went in there and the man's come out the way he did. And that's why a lot of people inside of the cells that are fighting, whoever gets beaten up will be told to clean themselves up. And just think, even if a man does something really fucking serious to you, to where the point of where, you know, really serious to you, to where the point of it's all took place in shit and you're left in the cell, and they've carried on the wing going about on their, you know, day-to-day shit until the screws have come along and found, you know, it is some serious shit. And that's why fighting in the cells inside a prison is way more dangerous and safer. And that's True Life Talks. So I hope you all have enjoyed the video. Do drop a comment if you have any of your experiences being inside a prison and seeing fights or having a fight take place, and let me know what you think on this video. Do stay safe, everyone. Stay free. Enjoy this weather. Catch you on the next one.